One is hiding in a corner, and one is just walking this way. Keith Savage. Yeah. Hello, Keith Savage. And Dr. IJ, because they have really been faithful in getting here and making their way. Can we give them a round of applause? We definitely need that as far as our support goes for this community. So thank you for being there for artists. Thank you. Boom. Okay, thank you so very much. All right, and now also want to take a moment to acknowledge Angela Austin and Virgil Miller. Yes, I want to acknowledge you because you two have been to absolutely every session. I like to do what I like to do. I got a little something for you. There you go.
Thank you.
There you go. Yeah. And there you go. Let me make sure the name's on there right. Okay, there you go. There you go. That's from my little record company. Easy World Records. And would you come up here? I love the heart. Would you come up? Because it's Garbo's night. Here right now. I want to make sure that you get to take this in her honor, okay? So thank you for allowing us the opportunity to be here and to do this and to celebrate our artists, our local artists. Stay right there. Don't get too far because I want to give this to you right quick. So yes, it means a lot when people support other folks, right?
Thanks.
So here, I want you to have that, and then you'll see your screen, okay? So, I just said, thank you to Pyramid, right? Now, I do have a script, and now sometimes I do stray away from the script, but not too much, because I need to be able to do my time, and we've been doing really good with this, okay? For those of you who do not know me, I am Katrice Perez, and it's been indeed an honor to curate and host each session in the Legacy, Lyrics, and the Local Sound series, okay? The Garbo Hearne, CEO and founder, would normally come up here and share with all of you what this collection is all about, and she would share, some historical context as to how they got to this corner and celebrating their 37 years. But she's not here, she's traveling. The goal is and the hope is that she will arrive. But in the event that she doesn't, later on in the session, we're gonna have Ms. Katrice come up and talk about the collection that you see, and then how Pyramid Art Books Custom Framing, Hearne Fine Art, got to this location in celebrating 37 years. Okay, so give that a round of applause. And then the last thing before we get started, because I know y'all ain't really trying to hear me, is that the reason how this got started. This got started because I just wanted to have a listening session for my EP, Redefine. And so I was like, hey, can I have this listening session? And she was like, hey, yeah, you can have a listening session, but it's Black Music Month. June is Black Music Month, and so why don't you put something together and bring your friends, my musical friends, that is. And so I put that out, and it was just like a matter of a day or so. I was like, okay, and then the call got answered. So thank y'all for squeezing it in your schedules. I really appreciate it. Now, everybody, drum roll, please. Okay, so I just want to make sure y'all are good. Okay, this session I'm calling Melodic Movement because each of these artists brings not only their voice but their soul, their spirit, and a message that moves us. Okay, so get ready for an incredible journey. And I'm so excited about these folks right now. Get ready for a journey through sound and story. Now let's welcome our featured artists for tonight's Melodic Movement section. I'm going to read your bios, and then I'm going to ask all of you at the same time to join me up here. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, you got Dee Dee Jones, Keith Savage in the middle, and Katrice Newbill. Did I say that right? If not, then it's Keith Savage on the end. So y'all can figure it out. But you got cards in there, so don't forget your cards. Okay. Now, here we go. Let me pick up my script. First up is Katrice Newbill, aka Butterfly, from New Orleans, the electrifying lead vocalist and founder of Katrice Newbill, New Orleans' original all-female reggae band, the Irish Daughters. She's a veteran live performing and recording artist since 1990. Butterfly does all genres, including reggae, R&B, gospel, and more. She has great stages such as House of Blues, New Orleans Jazz Festival, Essence Music Festival, River Fest, African Fest, and venues across Europe. But Butterfly is recorded and performed with Charmaine Campbell, the Baptiste Brothers, India Davenport, Brand New Heavies, and Irma Thomas. You know, I love Irma Thomas. Anyway, an award-winning event coordinator, her powerful mezzo-soprano to tenor range delivers the signature butterfly effect every time. Listen. This one. I told y'all I was ready. Okay, anyway. Now, Dee Dee Jones, baby. Dee Dee Jones is a little rock name. She is a force in entertainment with over 20 years of experience in R&B. She got her start in the church, okay? Standing on chairs, singing her heart out while traveling with her father's choir. Her music reflects her life's journey, blending heartfelt lyrics with soulful melodies. Over the years, she has shared the stage with Tank, Tweet, and RL from Next, a whole bunch of folks, okay? Like a whole bunch of folks. She won first place at the Showtime at the Apollo and has earned numerous awards throughout her career. Recently, she released her debut single, Worth It. Everybody say Worth It. Worth It. And is working on her solo project. Dee Dee curates live shows and is preparing to launch a new podcast. Don't play with her. Coming soon. Real talk, real life, real music. From stories behind the music, baby, feed the soul. Boom. Yeah. The Lord said, let me stay out for now. Behind the music to navigating life as a grown woman, keeping God first is her guiding principle, y'all. That's Dee Dee Jones, okay? Indeed. Now, Mr. Keith Savage. We've seen a little bit. We're going to hear a lot of it tonight. People, I don't know why he is hiding behind the corner. But anyway, singer, musician, writer, producer, actor, and baby, I was watching some stuff today. With over 30 years in multi-genre entertainment, multi-instrumentalist, featured in the 2015 film God's Purpose, Amazon Tubi. Single Feeling Me on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, YouTube. Long-time member of the On-Call band, 22 years, can't wait for the reunion. Other affiliations, Drummer Boy Infinity Productions, the Mean Old Lion, Jukebox Party Band, Pleasant View Ministry, St. Peter's Catholic Church, St. James United Methodist. Let me go to the next page. Okay. And then in September, y'all, Keith will be honored by Spotlight on Pompano 2025 and will receive the Arkansas Gospel Music Heritage Month Living Legend. Everybody to be right on Front Street. Yeah. Okay, this is what we're gonna start. We're gonna start with Katrice, okay? Katrice, what we're gonna do, we'll listen to a little bit of music, okay? And then I'm gonna ask a question. I'm gonna go straight to Dee Dee, then Keith gonna follow that suit, then it's just a smorgasbord of questions, okay?
Okay.
All right, y'all. Woo! Okay, let me get my notes. Y'all, who is on the high is me, baby. And you know what? I'm gonna be unapologetically Geneva Perez. Here we go. Let's see. Let me turn this up. I think I got my good foot here. You better get them notes, girl.
Get it, girl.
What messages to share in a given moment?
It's probably first in the audience because I want them to relate to me so then I can give them the blessing of who I am and my testimony.
Okay.
And I got it too. And we can overcome anything. And music unifies. So I'm looking at the audience and I see black and white people together and I see whether they're bisexual, homosexualism, matter, we become one, then I'm doing my job. So whatever that song is that feels in my spirit, that's what I go with.
Okay. So you hit that real quick. All right. Now, how has your experiences leading an all-female reggae band shaped your artistic voice today?
It was hell. All females that we were touring together. It was definitely a growing experience. We were younger. We had opportunities, but those egos sometimes got in the way. But we were amazing. Just imagine a female bass player doing what I do. You see me jumping, there's a bass player doing the same thing that I did.
Okay.
We were a force. But it was a growing experience because it taught you need management. You need to know your business so you can understand it and move in it. So we kind of broke apart, but we all grew up. We all grew.
Okay, how long was that?
We were together for about 7 years.
Oh, that's a long time.
We toured for about 5 years. We didn't have jobs, we literally toured.
That's good. Yes. Name some, what was your favorite touring stop?
I would probably say, I'm just going to sound weird, but Texas, we actually did this Texas roll. And there's something about being with the children. It was the children, you know, like getting dressed and people realize who you are. It's like Texas just knew us.
Okay.
For sure. And so you show up and these kids will be at the band like, butterfly, and, you know, so that, touching children,
Okay.
and putting them on stage, and they know your name and now they recognize you.
Okay.
That, for me, that was the movement.
Okay, that works. I like that. I like that. I like that. Okay,
I've
okay.
been all over, but something about Texas was it.
Okay, okay, okay. So, okay, thank you for that. Okay. We're doing a little bit different because I want to pop in so we can spend some time getting to the tea. Okay. All right, so now, I mean, see, okay. My phone. And I got to listen to other music and stuff out there, but this is what we're going to. Okay. All right, so now, ready for this.
Okay, you do it.
Reflect real life lessons. How did you find the courage to be so vulnerable in your writing and telling it like it was?
So, it took a long time to get this song out. And of course, you know, you go through things in life, and that's what it's all about for me, is singing about what I go through. I don't sing love songs as much, because I've never really just been in love.
Okay.
And so I have to sing from experience, and that's how I'm able to connect with certain people in the audience who feel the same as I feel. And so that song just came about, just dealing with different things, different situationships, and, you know, asking, was it worth it when we spend all this time together and we not, you know, connecting as one? What we doing?
What we doing?
Yeah. Was it really worth it? You know? So y'all want to talk too much because I can stay on that.
No, you can't. The whole premise behind this whole series is to find out why. The who. You know what I mean? What was you going through? You know, you wrote that. I mean, we just want to know. And whether you write a song or whether you perform a song, there is a passion that exists behind that music. I don't know too many people just standing up there just singing just to be singing. You know what I mean? You might see them or something, so don't worry about it. No, you can talk. All right, now, how was your experience at the Paula? Okay, in sharing the stage with major artists informed your approach to local performances and mentorship?
So the Apollo really gave me an experience that I wasn't really prepared for, singing in front of people that didn't know who I was, where I was from, what I brought to the stage. And so Apollo, as you know, is based off of audience applause. And so either you can do it or you can't. Right. They gonna let you know real quick too. I started singing something and somebody went, uh-oh. So I was like, let me breathe it. So yeah, that experience really taught me just how to face my fears, because singing in front of people is not easy. People be looking at you like this, in the audience, but you have to gravitate and reach and pull those people into your story, the picture that you're trying to paint. So Apollo was a great experience. Singing on the stage with Tank was super dope. He is super cool. These people are really celebrities. They're just like us. They just have on the stage with a lot of celebrities, and I feel like I'm a celebrity at this ride. But let me say, I have not always been able to say that about myself. It takes some, I have went through just moments of not thinking I'm enough, thinking I'm not good enough to be out here sharing my gift. Even though God gave me the gift, it's up to us to cultivate it, water it, rehearse, practice, do all the things. But I didn't always think that about myself. So now I can stand boldly and say, I'm a celebrity.
Yeah.
I'm done now.
Yeah. Okay, I love it. Okay, here we go.
Why can't I be with y'all?
So I want to ask permission because I want to share the MP3 that you.
I said that. Yeah.
Okay, you said I know, but you know.
I knew what I was getting to.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
This is a safe space.
Yeah. And it is. Yeah, here we go. So I gotta download it or whatever. So while we download it, I'm gonna go ahead and get your first question because for some reason it's taking a minute, but it's okay. Here we go.
That's the one we're working on now. That's Chaz and Cat.
When I do the things to you, you did to me. It's different now. That's when you came around, and now you realize I'm not the fool now. That energy. When I do the things to you, you did to me. It's different now. That's when you came around, and now you realize I'm not the fool now. And it's funny. I can take it, change it. It's so funny.
That's sexy.
Running your place and working your aim. But it was all just a silly game. Play together again. Same energy. When I do the things to you, you did to me. Don't think it's different now. I switched the game around, and now you realize I'm not the fool now.
And then it's off because you guys are way down and turn out Key. Baby, I'm in my office like, ooh. Keep that same energy, yeah. I like that. Woo! Now, as a multi-instrumentalist with decades in music, how do you keep your sound so fresh, player, while honoring your roots?
Well, I exercise my gift every day.
Okay.
Every day. There's something, because I'm so entangled in what I do. I'm in my music career, my entertainment career. There's something that I sow into myself every day, either by performing or collaborating with my friends. I mean, look at my friends.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Look at them, you know. So when you put yourself around people who are better than you, it will grow you.
Okay.
You can't be the best person in all of your circles.
That's right.
You got to get into some circles where there's some people that's better than you, because they'll pull you up to your next level of potential.
That's right.
So that's how I guess if I'm fresh, that's how I stay fresh.
What you do. So let me ask you this, okay? This song.
Mm-hmm.
Can you peep us into it? Tell us a little some info with it.
Yeah, it's just a reality. You know, there's a lot of people. Dee Dee just said she don't sing love songs because she really hasn't been in love a lot or or possibly before, she said she's been in situationships. And there's a lot of, I mean, you know, there's a lot of stuff that I've done that I'm not proud of, but I'll take responsibility if I haven't done it, you know. And so, considering, you know, everything that I've done, when the script is flipped on me, I can't get mad.
Right.
Because you're gonna reap what you sow.
Right.
So why be mad?
Right.
When you reap your harvest, why you gonna get mad?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know, I just said the phrase, you know, they say it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
Right.
You out here sowing these seeds. When it's time to reap your harvest, don't be mad. You keep that same energy that you had. When you was big and bad to do it, then be big and bad to get it.
All right.
So that was the idea behind it.
You do know you got to start some trouble. I love it. I'm good trouble.
You know, I'm in the half century club now. So I just here it was trending a few years ago. Everybody was saying keep it 100, keep it 100. But we were just talking about the generation now is so soft. They don't even know what 100 is. If we keep it 100, they so fragile they'll break.
Yeah.
But all I know is 100. 100. That's all you won't get from us, right?
Okay, so this is was it worth it? We gonna get through this night. Sorry. No. Okay, listen. Okay, anyone can answer this question, whoever wants to. We can go right back to Katrice, aka Butterfly. What inspires your music and your creative process today?
God and healing people.
God and healing. Girl, you keep it short and simple.
Yes.
God, I mean.
At this age, when you're younger, you have people that try to make you be something. And as you get older, you start to realize who you are and your purpose. And so right at this stage, people misunderstand me, maybe because of the culture I come from, but it's really all about Him. It's about touching people.
I just felt this. Seriously, all this stuff, girl.
People are going through stuff.
Yeah.
One of my performances just recently, I didn't know the child was autistic, had no idea, nonverbal completely. I felt compelled, got down, danced with this child. The father came up to me and said, she never dances. She never does it.
Oh, wow.
That's time and time again when I let God use me. So that's what it's about for me.
That's a blessing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, anyone else want to take that? What inspires your music and your creative process today?
Of course, God, my kids, and then my parents are deceased. And if you knew my dad, Maestro Dee Dee Jones, he was a musician, all the things. And so my dad was a great musician around the city, around the world, and I feel like I'm carrying the mantle. And so, he was a perfectionist, and I hate being a perfectionist because I'm so critical of myself. But I just feel like I need to do this for him.
Yes.
Him and my mom, of course, Mel, my best friend, but I just feel like, they pushed me so much when I was younger. I just feel compelled to continue every single day, even when I'm tired, even when I'm crying, even when I'm going through, for my parents, because they want me to keep going.
That's good. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to piggyback off of something that Katrice said earlier when she said people are chosen to deliver a message that can heal people and deliver people. You know, in the church we call it being anointed.
Yes.
There's a certain power, there's a responsibility that we carry. You know, there's one musician that was an influencer, and he always made a joke about it. And he said, "I'm a Levite, Doc. I'm a Levite." Well, there's something to that. I believe that music has the ability to soothe the savages, and I'm the savage that'll bring them.
walk away with after hearing you? After hearing you.
Let me start, because they probably go to church. I don't sing a lot of lullaby songs. So listen, so people, I sing a lot of, grown folks.
Yeah.
This is my PR person right here. I sing a lot of grown folks. And here's the thing, when y'all were making those babies, y'all was not playing Shirley Caesar.
So please come to my shop.
No, you don't.
I don't. Because I take you to church.
Wait a minute, right there. Don't play with me, don't play with the razor. Don't play.
Okay.
Don't play
I'm a
with
church girl, so.
See,
Yeah, you down there playing.
I am a whole church girl.
and you are. Yeah, I mean, that's just the truth. And I mean, where is the lie in what you said?
There is not.
There is no
Media church.
So, speaking of that, since you opened that segue up, Miss Dee Dee Jones, from what I understand, this went viral.
Oh, yeah.
I wanna say thank you. Love, I wanna say ooh, love, I wanna say thank you. Thank you for all you done for me. You done for me. Can you lift your hands with me? Everybody sing along. I wanna say for many ways of knowing you. I wanna say thank you. If he never do another thing, just one
That's something.
Oh, Janine, don't start, because I had a heavy week, okay?
Wait a minute,
She got it, baby.
I don't even want to mess it up. Thank you for that. But I like the fact that you're real and you 100 and you know who guides your life and whose you are. So thank you for that. Okay, what's the question? Okay, now y'all answer.
People walk away.
What you want people to walk away with? I'm sorry. After you perform.
It's probably my shortest answer. I just want people to know that just like I am, they're free. Being a leader on both sides of the entertainment world, in the church and in the secular, my goal is to be able to be the same person. I can take my church set and come and sing it in the secular place and be received. And I can take what I sing on the secular side and sing it at the church and be received. And that's important to me, that the people are able to receive my message of love. Because one thing I found out is there's a Chinese proverb that says that he who calls himself a leader but has no follower is merely taking a walk.
All right.
So I am deliberately careful to protect my witness so people can receive my message. Because I don't care how good the message is that I'm trying to convey. If I destroy my character and people can't receive my message, then to what avail?
Right. Come on now, that wasn't short, that was good. Baby.
I wasn't sure.
That was good. That was good. Katrice?
That was the preacher short.
I would
I think to kind of piggyback off of Dee Dee and Keith, basically to say, you know, being a female and being a dark female in the industry has had its challenges. So part of my inspiration also is let all women know you're beautiful, no matter what size you are, whatever color you are. God has made us, and just to walk in that. So I have to walk into who I am, and I have to accept that for a long time, that I'm dark, that I could be fluffy, I could be thick, whatever I am, but I'm still God's. And so that inspiration also carries over. And again, like Dee said, I am my mom, my father gone. I came to Little Rock solo, basically. I've been standing alone since Katrina, and God has just been seeing the way. So I want people to see the God in me. I'm still standing, the inspiration. I can get on stage, not always my best, not always what people, the image that people want to be, but I am still Katrice. I'm still representing God, I'm representing my mother, representing my father, I'm representing my ancestors. So,
Thank you. So, what is, because we do like to get tea. What is it? But we want your voluntary tea, whatever you want to tell. It's a safe space, everybody knows. You get all these cameras. Anyway. So, what is one thing that folks just don't know about you? And you really might not want to know about you, but that makes you tick. That makes you unapologetically who you are. Even your face is like, I'm not going first. Okay. I was saying the facial expression.
Well, mine ain't really tea. It's just a personal thing for me. I lost my daughter when she was 19. And I never know what triggers. But going hard for her.
Yes. You already know I know. Yes.
It keeps me going. And it makes me the best that I can be.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, really? Okay. And I received that.
That's kind of tea, ain't it? I almost cried. Now y'all got some tea on me. That's all right. I'm not so macho or machismo that I can't show my vulnerabilities. Dr. IJ always says that I'm her mean old lion. But I probably really resemble him a lot because I'm really soft on the inside. I have a heart for people. And I have my, don't take me there if you don't want to go. But I also, I'm a compassionate person. We're artists, so I'm compassionate and soft. Just don't try to exploit that.
Right. Keith, I wrote a piece of your card was because I didn't reach it until 2016. In fact, the majority of y'all, I didn't reach out until around 2016. And y'all know what happened in 2016. But the music community overwhelmingly accepted me. And they came to my rescue. And when I tell you, you say, you're in a club that I know you don't want to belong to. And I'm like, you made me feel like I could still push forward. You did. You did. Because I see what you do. I see how you move. And then you poured it into me. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to be okay one day. One day. And there's another thing about you. You said, I didn't lose anything. Look where she is. And when you said that, put that into perspective. that made me, that just strengthened me to the core. I just want you to know that. But the majority of the artists here, I've been here since 1999, December 1999. But I didn't meet the majority of them until 2016. Because God knew.
Yes.
God knew what I was going to need and the people that were going to need to be around me. And He knew that music was the fuel to make me better along this journey. So I just want to say that, Keith, because you did that for me. Katrice, do you want to take the next?
There's so many triggers from one end of the spectrum to the other. Again, moving here from hurricane can trigger, like losing everything. So you not only lose your community, you lose your status, you lose everything that you own, you have to start all over again. And when I first got here, I was always told, well, you can't do this because they don't do that here. Women don't dance, women don't kick, women don't do what you do, you know? And that made me push harder. And then I had to learn also forgiveness to myself and to those that have actually sometimes misunderstood me or just walking their own hurt. Hurt people hurt people.
Yeah.
And those have been my triggers. But that knowing like I'm here by myself, basically, my family is gone. Most of my immediate family is deceased. I lost everybody back to back, and then Hurricane Katrina, and everybody else left. Standing here and thinking that I wouldn't make it. Sometimes feel like I wanted to leave. A lot of times I wanted to leave. And I wanted to see the light. And the light wasn't, you're not done yet. You have work to do. You got work to do. And so I still stand in that. So but my biggest trigger right now is like when people tell me what I can't do. Oh, you can't be over there because it's white people. You can't even coordinate because you'll be the only black woman in the room. Or you can't get on stage because you're too thick. No, you can't wear that because that's my trigger. And it makes me go home.
Okay, I like that. Okay. Dee Dee?
You know what? I don't really have triggers, but I think the biggest thing for me is because my mother and father passed away like back to back, it left just a big empty hole in me. And so I love really, really hard. And so when I take into people and I invite people in my world now, and I think that they got my back and I think they love me like I love them, and to come to find out you really don't. You're really there for your own personal gain or whatever you can get from me. And that breaks my heart because I really go to bat for people that I love truly. You know, I love everybody, but people that I truly love and I invite in my space, I'm thinking that you love me back and you really don't. And so that triggers me because I ask God all the time, just don't make me bitter. Because if I get bitter, I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to sing, no seriously. I don't want to sing, I don't want to work because I'm scared. You know, I'm scared to open up. I'm scared to, do anything. So I think that's the only trigger for me is inviting people into my world. And I find that to be, you're really a friend.
I mean, I share that sentiment with you. I really do. Listen, everybody, I want to open. Give it up. Give it to them. Now, you have the opportunity to ask questions. We'll start right here with Miss Angela.
So, hearing you say that about letting people into your world, are there common signs that you've noticed that you could like advise us on? Like, is there one thing that you see as a constant when that happens to you, to where it would help someone else avoid that?
Yeah, so let's just say I just met Virgil today, okay? We relationship. You trying to talk. We gonna do relationship like this first. So when you're in conversation,
That's inside joke.
this was a joke. I don't know what I was getting. But in the conversation, you just start listening and paying attention very closely to the conversation. It'll tell you everything you need to know pretty much. Because sometimes you think you can read people, and I think I have heavy discernment. Because I just feel like God, He told me, watch out, just watch and pray, But just try to listen to people and what they say, because they'll tell you everything you need to know. That's one of the first things that I try to do now, and I just back off. But you have people who they wear masks. And so it's hard to tell those people. And so you really, I'm in constant conversation with God. God, is this person really for me? And sometimes God will be told us 10 times, that person is not good for you. And we'll still go back.
I want to say something. There's a place where I think we miss the opportunity to have good sense a lot, and that's when we rush.
That's it.
So we have to learn how to be patient and just take time.
That's the key right there.
Because, time is what reveals everything. But we've become such a generation that it's my money and I want it now.
Yeah.
But there's no harm.
That's good.
Protect your treasure. And don't be so quick to, we follow how we express love. That's on us. Just take time. It ain't no harm in taking your time, because guess what? Like she said, you're gonna see it. The problem is we'll rush and we'll rush into something fast before we know. Here we see it, and now we feel.
I want to add something to it.
Okay, here we go.
So there's one thing that I learned as well is, I think tell people all your business, all your everything that happened to you, because they can use that against you.
Yeah.
And so
Will.
So even the domestic relationships, the domestic abusive relationships I was in, I told these men, my last boyfriend hit me, he did this to me, and that same man came back and did the same thing. And once I asked him, when we kind of got separated, he was like, because you told me. So I thought you like it. So he used it against me. So you have to be careful sharing all your information so you know that you can really trust that person with you. Because that's a part of you. Everything that's happened to you. Your story is a part of it.
Amen. Good job. Thank you for that. Dr. Ajay.
Okay, we have all of this diverse genre collection up here. It can be living, they can be living or dead, close friend or stranger. Who's in your band?
Prince.
Who's in your band?
Prince.
I'm not saying Prince, because it's just, he crossed me.
Give us an example. Just three. Any three. Any genre. I'm just curious.
Okay, Prince. I'll come back. Let's do the round robin. You take one, I'll take them.
Okay. Well, your first one was
Prince.
Michael Jackson.
I was gonna say Michael Jackson.
He crossed. Yeah. He crossed.
Okay, I said
She said Michael Jackson.
Oh, Miles Davis.
Yeah, that's good.
Yes.
That's definitely good.
It's your turn.
I'll have to see Ella Fitzgerald. Yeah.
This is hard.
It is.
My second one maybe. Haywood. No, I'm just kidding. No, I would say probably, she's my favorite singer. I don't know, some of y'all may know her. Kim Burrell.
It's just way too many. But my third person, I'm just gonna say James Jamerson.
Yes.
He was the bassist for the Funk Brothers Motown. Played bass on most of that good Motown era. So, James Jamerson. Igor.
Before I act like I forgot, but my father was a producer for CBS Records. So he was a genius. It's just his ego. Kind of got in the way.
She did, because I was gonna say my dad. We share. Yeah, my dad. I would say my dad.
I would never have my dad in no band.
All right, we have a question over there.
Yeah, you know what? He's there too. He's still living. His legacy is still there. And I wish they would tell the story like telling the real story. They're not telling the real story.
Baby girl.
I heard you sung on the radio in our car.
You did? She done made my day. Come give me a hug. I can't be nothing but come give me a
Kind of speaking towards the music, there are a lot of up and coming, aspiring artists, and a lot of times, you know, our crew gets labeled as like the OGs, but since you all on the panel, this is to every single one of y'all. I know I recognize certain things that I know that I was influenced by so many of you all. And so what would be your message to that group who wants to, who aspires to be on the journey that we're all on, that we're all, you know what I'm saying, to me, Janine, I'm trying to
If you don't stop her, she's gonna ask this question until tomorrow.
okay. I will. You're now focusing on your, you know what I mean? And I think that's something that we all are just like striving to do ultimately, right? Like we love to do covers, but we also are striving to push what our babies, our creatives, you know, ourselves. And so what message this is to all of y'all. What message do you pass to somebody trying to walk this walk with us?
Surrender your ego and remain teachable.
Oh, that's good.
That's so good. Yeah.
I would just say, get out there and be amongst everyone. A lot of the younger generation that's coming up, they know it all already. And so you can't really tell them nothing. And so I had a young lady, she was kind of upset with me because she wanted my assistance. But girl, every time I see you, nowhere to be found. So you have to put yourself in the, I'll tell this story all the time. When I transitioned into singing R&B, I used to sit in the back of Tawana Campbell and Nikki Perry shows. I literally would sit in the back of their show and I would watch. Nikki is an entertainer at this point. Tawana can tell jokes. And so when I started doing what I did, I didn't copy what they did, because that's another thing. Don't copy what someone else do. But I was influenced heavily from what they did. So now I tell all kinds of jokes. I think I'm the best comedian. Some people think I'm not funny, but I am. You know? I don't know, it could be a millionaire here right now. But if I'm not present and show my face, I'll never know. So, and then another thing, like he said, you know, you have to be authentic and be yourself. I don't want to be Fantasia. I love Fantasia to death, and she's the greatest entertainer in my book, but I don't want to be her. But I'm inspired by her. So I go to her shows, I've been to her concerts, I try to get backstage and see what she got going on back there. But that's just the best way to get out here and be present and try to do what we do.
It's good.
I would say, learn the business. Because if you don't know, then you don't know. And a lot of times you get taken advantage of, especially being young, and you want to be out there, but don't realize there are things that you need to know. And so I'm grateful to Charmaine Neville, one of the Nevilles, who I used to sing background for. She made me, she was like, you are signed up to be on the stage at Jazz Fest for free. And I was like, hey, I just finished singing, I'm not doing it. She's like, yes you are, because you don't want the business. And that's how the event coordinating came. Teaching, she's like, you have to know it. So when somebody's doing something wrong, you be able to identify it. And she was also, you know, so I think she was one of my biggest strengths as far as like really cultivating me to also I've had a young man, while I'm in my living room, show him how to use a microphone. Like you said, be coachable. Be coachable, but learn the business. There's free seminars everywhere. We don't take advantage of that, but take advantage of learning your craft and learning the business.
And my next one's gonna be block out the noise. Block out the noise of what other people are saying.
absolutely.
It ain't about them, it's about you and your journey. And this is truly something that you want to do. This is something that God has gifted to you. Block out the noise. It's okay. And everybody doesn't have to like what you do. Everybody doesn't have to be positioned in a space that says, yeah. Sometimes you gotta go at that thing and just go in it anyway. You don't know the doors that you are opening for somebody by just being your authentic, unique self, blocking out the noise, being coachable. So all of the things that you said, but block out that noise, because there was a young lady, gifted totally. And I'm like cheering her on and didn't see her anymore. And then a year later, it was because she heard the laughter. She heard the snickering. She heard those things, and it cut her to the point where she didn't want to sing anymore.
You have to be tough with this business.
Girl,
You gotta have some tough.
it's okay.
It's a lot of prayer.
Block out the noise. Because Janine Latrice gonna be Perez, gonna be Janine Latrice Perez. I mean, I do want, the encouragement from my peers or whatever, but it's sometimes, if they don't say a word, this is what I'm supposed to do.
But that's good, and that's another thing. Don't look for it from your peers.
Yeah.
Look, I have gained so. Shout out to my 38,000 followers right now.
Hey, yeah.
But I said also to say that I used to back when I first started. I wanted the support from my peers until one of the promoters gave me my own night, and some of my peers started looking at me strange. And so he didn't give me my own night because my peers thought I was good. It was the people
Right.
that were coming out to hear me thought I was good. And so don't look from it. Don't look for the support from even though these people are gonna support you.
Yeah.
Don't look to be validated.
Yes, just go out and do what you do if you know you're good at it, and the people will come.
Yeah. And I'm going to shout out, because I know she listens somewhere, I hope she is. Shout out to a young lady named Brittany Allen, who just spoke a whole word to me the other day, and she don't know me from nothing. She from Stuttgart, and she just had lots of stuff to say, and said, you need to do this, because we want to see you, we want to blah, blah, blah. I mean, just love on me. We don't know her, you know what I mean?
Right.
She ain't from here. And that meant a lot to me, so, hey, Brittany, what's up? There you go. So anyway, any other questions?
One last question.
One more, okay.
So I had an opportunity to be correct, but I want to ask this question, since we are from Little Rock, or we're here in Little Rock. What do you guys want to see in the city when it pertains to music?
Good question.
And I ask this because I try to go out a lot, but I also see some of the same artists a lot, but I also hear the same music a lot. So what do you guys want to see?
You just said it.
So I want to hear from you. I know what I want to see.
I would have to say, in New Orleans, the one thing that we did, and I think promoters, club owners, the first thing I would ask you is where you book, so you can be oversaturated. Oversaturation here is real. We have so many people here. And I hate to say it, so I'm going to just be very transparent. I love that we're bringing people from out of town, but we have so much talent here, we need to take care of home first. There are babies here that don't have a platform. We don't have a lot of venues to really support. We need to make sure we have a good rotation. Give them a good rotation, give them a platform. So, yeah.
So that question is it's loaded in for me because it's oversaturated everywhere you go. So I have a group of friends in Houston. They are as big as Houston is, they are the only ones that's always on the ticket. If you know Spud Howard used to live in Little Rock. Spud sings everywhere in Houston every week, literally almost every week, unless he's out of town. So it's tricky because, there have been platforms like right now there's a Gigi's Idol going on, where Valoris was with her back in the day. Shout out Bella Reed. But opportunities like that to showcase new talent. The new talent doesn't always take advantage of it and stick with it. You know, not saying about you, but they'll come out and then they'll disappear. Or we don't hear them, or they don't showcase you go through their page and all you see is quotes and stuff out there. You don't see their music, so it's hard to bring new talent to the forefront when we don't know where I'm not a record producer. So I'm not gonna go searching for you, but I'm still trying to get myself out there. You know what I mean? So it's like I have something coming up too, that's going to try to bring out the new talent, because I do understand that you guys are tired. Not necessarily of what we bring to the table, but seeing us all the time. But as a promoter, you have to understand they're putting their money out there to make money back. So they're going to bring who possibly bring butts in the seats. And so everybody gets mad at the promoter, and I'm not saying, you know.
But there's a trick to that.
It is, and here's the thing, I'm gonna let you finish that. It's a trick to it, but you have to realize if it's not your money, you can't decide what their promoter do. So guess what Dee Dee do? I put my own shows out. I curate my own things, because at the end of the day, we're all in charge of our own destinies, and I can't force somebody to want to do this. And I do realize that's why I try to travel out of state now as much as I can, because I don't want my city to get burnt out of me. And I try to do, you know, spin the wheel as much as I can and not do the same songs, even though, you know, it gets requested. They request those songs. And so we're like in a tight spot. But some of the promoters, I do commend them for trying to do production type shows. Just to like, I don't know, some of y'all attended my Jazz Sullivan show a couple years ago, but those type of shows just kind of set you apart, and you just do different things until you just go to another level. But it's real tough being a local artist, because they're going to call the Keith Savage or Haywood King or Tawana Butterfly every time, because they know that people gonna come out, you know. But I don't know, y'all take it.
Well, here's my take on that. When people come to me and talk to me about venues and how we set it up, and the problems that we have, and why, because if you look at it, we look at GG's, we look at the crowd and it's crowded, but do you know how much more we're missing? Especially if it's just the same crowds, they're really rotating into really new people. I've always told build it up, and what I mean by that is, if you build up the customer service, if you build the venue, your customer service is good, your drinks are good, your food is good, and then you know no matter who's on the stage is going to be good. That platform, whoever, whether they're new or old, it gives people a platform. But your business model has to be set first. Just depending on the artist to bring it and just bring the people in, that's how we lose. How many venues have we lost recently? I mean, look at it. Look, we are losing them left and right. We have GG's now, black owned. We still have what? On Jazzy's, Jazzy's
Taboo, Twa.
Are they packed though? And the ones that are closed. So we have to do something different. We're past COVID. We have to come up with a new business model. Just can't come to the market and keep covering all your people. People should be coming in just because I want to be out. I want to get in the wrong space.
Yeah.
I want to be in the wrong space. I want to be where I don't feel like I'm going to get killed in the parking lot.
Yeah.
I want to have to make sure the security is on point. I want to feel like it's an ambiance. That I'm here and people are dressed and my hands not sagging. I don't feel I'm in an ambiance. Create the ambiance. And the artist just embellishes that. That's just my personal take.
The last question.
It's not a question, it's more like a comment
Okay.
of what I would like to see based on what America said.
Okay.
So, Juneteenth was awesome because it gave several artists an opportunity to display their talents to the masses who wouldn't otherwise be able to see it. I would like to see something like that, maybe on a smaller scale, where you attract the people to come and see multiple artists. One thing that I find that's a difficult drawback that you all may not see, people advertise on all social media platforms because they assume that everyone is on social media. There is a group that you miss because that's your only, and I'm saying you but not you,
Right.
that you only use to target. Another thing, we go to streaming. you're so accustomed to seeing things on the news or in the mornings, but when you no longer have that, when you stream, in my household, we don't have cable or anything, everything is streamed. How do you reach us?
Right.
That's my question and my comment.
I can answer that.
Yes.
So I love social media, but I think that maybe wrong, but the audience who really want to spend the money, we really don't want to come out that late. We really don't want to come out and start the show at 9 or 10 o'clock. That I was telling you, we do work, we in corporate America, a lot of us have corporate jobs, and our jobs, our day starts at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, go to work at 8 o'clock, get on at 5. If you start at 9 and the shows, really starts at 10:30, I'm in the corner yawning somewhere. So, just saying, you're missing, I think, I'm very observant with that, you're missing a core audience who does have the money, who does have the time to support you. We just don't have that. But at Bible Vision Content Studio, where I would love for you guys to come check out this space. Just because we can do it early and we can go home and get in the bed by 10:30.
Right, that part.
Right.
And it don't take all night.
Yeah.
It does not take all night.
You just get what you love, a little drink, a little eat, some great music, and then we can, enjoy the day.
So, back to what you said, so social media is very prevalent right now, and Facebook should not be your only means of marketing. It should not. So you do have TV, but you said you don't have that. So, some of us, will put flyers on your cars or things like that before social media. You still have radio, so I don't know how, other than come to your door, girl, I'm having a show. I don't know. So that's why I'm trying to figure it out, because I do want to reach people who we're not reaching.
So the way I found out about this compilation was someone had posted and shared, and it was shared multiple times, and I was able to get it. And so I was like, okay, I saved the whole flyer so I could keep up. I put it in my calendar so I know the dates and things. So is there a way, even if you're using social media, where it can get out to others? Like, if I don't know you, I want to like your page so that I can
Yeah.
Ads,
And if for those of your favorite artists that you are interested in, and if you're on social media, please go favorite their pages. So the algorithm will put their events if they share the stuff.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, did I have another? Okay, you have a question?
Well, I was to add to that, I know, for a fact, I know that Dee and Keith Savage have their own websites. And they, for the most part, they keep it pretty up to date. And so if you subscribe, if you're, subscribe to their website and stuff, they can send out newsletters. That's one way. But the thing is, a lot of this stuff costs money, like regular.
I was just about to get into that, girl. I was struggling to get independent artists. No, but yeah, ads, things like that.
I do believe that a festival type thing outside of a holiday thing would be, that's something to seriously consider.
I just say sing the street money, put the microphone.
Like a block party, like you know what I mean?
That would be a song, that would
And see, that stuff like that, cause maybe Mr. Virgil. So we have the Arts Council that will actually, they have grants, not just because you're actually a part of the artist, right, but they'll match you $10,000 if you've got a good festival. They'll match you $10,000. But you have to do it in a timely manner if you're not part of it. So there's funds out there. I'm also part of the union that Katrice introduced me to. They've actually helped sponsor me 3 times. Some would say there are resources, but we also have to be intact with them. When I've introduced it to other artists, oh no, I want to pay, it's $300, so I pay $12 a month. But they sponsor me 3
times. My band plays the food truck fest because of the sponsor. I created that opportunity so they can see there are opportunities to pay us. We have resources. And well, we have to see how this Trump administration is gonna work out.
Okay, well, that being said, okay, thank you. I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna end it, because normally we go to a certain time, it's 3 hours, so I'm like, we're gonna have to keep this moving. But I don't want anybody else to leave today. And I wanna say this, it has been a joy and it has been a pleasure to have all 3 of you here. I do want to bring Ms. Katrice to the stage so she can, because Garbo hasn't made it, and so she can talk a little bit about what you see around you and just a little bit of history. Go on that way, go on that way, go on.
Hello, I'm Katrice Brown. I've been with Garbo for 36 years. To celebrate 37 years, she decided to do an exhibit entitled Visual Symphony, and it showcases music. So we have 2 different forms of art on the wall. I think we're showcasing 16 artists with various mediums. We have collage, paintings, sculpture, tapestry in the other room. Goodness, I'm not a speaker. I'm normally in the office. But anyway, thank you. And thank you, Janine, for being a brainchild behind this and doing it every week. It's been fun.
About celebrating our stories, our voices, and our community. Thank you to our amazing artists for just saying yes, and for showing up, and for sharing your truth. Okay, we do have more, snacks in the back. Go ahead and grab those. Please make sure you take plenty of pictures. Tag me, tag Legacy Lyrics and Local Sound, Black Music Month. I mean, y'all, this is the end. Oh, no.